Rob Pilkington, you've raced at Ravenswood for quite some time, but your car has taken a big change over the last 18 months. Tell us a little bit about the Holden.
Yeah, originally it was, I was going to build a Ford, but we got into a good deal and we bought the car at a reasonable price. So we put a Ford motor in it, which upset a lot of enthusiasts, I presume. We ran it with an injected Cleveland first, going back a couple of years now. Then we decided to step up into top comp and we put the supercharged motor into the car.
Rob, tell us a little bit about the engine, what makes it unique, and the transmission, and how you get the car down track.
Well, it's based on a normal Ford Cleveland, your everyday GT Falcon type motor. It's got a set of aluminium cylinder heads on it with a big 1471 supercharger, which tends to give it most of the, it'll make all the power. We run a Lenco transmission, which is a planetary type gearbox with no clutches. Traditional 9-inch in the rear end, and basically, yeah, it fits everywhere on it, basically.
Rob, I have noticed that you're a traditionalist, you're still in there pulling the levers. You've got no intention to go to an air shifter?
No, I like to drive these things. I don't want to sit there like a Sunday drive. I like to actually pull levers for sure.
And ultimately, when you do swap the car back to AA, you need to invest more money into it to make it lighter. What do you think the car will run?
Well, we're hoping, with Brendan on the deal, we're hoping we can do what he did, and which was run a 6-second pass. It was a small block, which would be quite an achievement.
The car isn't the most streamlined. I guess you give a little bit away to late model cars. You're not worried about that?
No, like I say, I'd like to build a new late model car, but obviously dollars are involved there, so we'll keep plodding along with the big brick that we got.
Well, the Auto 1 girl out on the track, and that tells me, Stewie Bond, that Rosco McGlashan is about to make his presence felt. And there he is, the man himself, Rosco McGlashan in the Aussie Invader Jet Dragster.
Well, making his presence felt is certainly part of the package. People come down to see the jet car, they come down to watch the jet car, and they come down to feel the jet car. It really rattles your bones. A J34 Westinghouse jet engine. Now, these engines were used in the Banshee fighters, also the Australian Neptune bomber, and they're very, very popular with the drag racing jet car set because they can run on a diesel petrol mixture, they can run on super fuel, unlead fuel, or aviation gas. It depends on the environment you're in, and it means if you want to go really fast, you can put some hot rod fuel in there.
Well, the car certainly looks the part. Rosco McGlashan making a few changes to it. Greg Burns and McGlashan putting a brand new front end in this car to help it steer a little bit better. And Pete, speaking with Rosco earlier, said he was very, very happy with the way it has turned out. And I know this big crowd here, Bondi, Rosco acknowledging them, and they're about to see some big action.
Well, I love to see the jet. When he fires it over, you can hear the lighters inside lighting up the fuel. They turn it over to about 30% maximum engine speed on the electric starter motor. And once Roscoe's happy with it, he'll take it up to 40 or 50%. They'll disconnect the electric cable, and then he is all by himself.
Well, a big move from the back of the car. Now the fire starts to come. The crowd are on their feet. They love this. The noise and the fire, that's what they want to see from Rosco McGlashan and the Aussie Invader Jet Dragster.
Well, the breeze is blowing straight up track. All the fume coming down over the Aussie Invader. At last, Rosco gets to see the smoke trail he creates for everybody else. Not a mozzie for 5 kilometres after this run.
Heaps of fire from the back of the car. Rosco sounds as though he's really got the wick wound right up. Bringing the car forward, bit by bit, he's on the brakes and pops it forward.
Purely thrust driven. He needs the brakes to hold him on the start line. He wants to get the engine up to about 80% thrust. He then hits the afterburner when he sees the green light, and the jet is on the way.
The car's locked away. McGlashan's ready to go. We're just waiting on the tree. The tree starts to count down. Rosco's on the power. He lets the brakes off and drives it straight down the middle of the track. It looks like it's going to be a good one. Lots of fire, lots of noise, and Rosco's gone there with an 874 at 372 kilometres an hour.
Ross will be happy with the speed. He won't be happy with the ET. Coming at you after the brakes. More jet action.
The legend of